Welcome back to Ox Tools. I'm Tom. So, help! I'm turning into a woodworker. I don't know what's happening. It's kind of scary. And I'll tell you what, that toolmaker and woodworker are two things that don't go together. Maybe they do, I don't know. Doing a little bit of work on the Delta Unisaw, and we did a little inspecting and found some runout issues with the Arbor backing face, or the saw blade backing face on the spindle. I'm going to call it the spindle. So let's go check it out. I got some ideas. I got to take it apart to do some work on it. So let's go through that and see if we can correct this runout issue. So let's start with this. I had to take the table off to get at the some of the adjustments and to measure the runout. And for those that I want to use my new crane scale here, so let's turn it on. Hopefully, let me check the camera and see if you can see that display. Maybe. Anyway, we're gonna. This is the Delta Unisaw main table and the wing tables with the fence rails on. Any guesses how much it weighs? So those of you that have Unisaws and have taken these off probably say that's pretty heavy, right? So let's actually weigh it and see what we got. Pick it up off of it. All right, so it's off the horses, and maybe I can rotate it around a little bit. So it looks like 137 and a half. So heavy, but not, you know, not machine tool heavy. So I guess I would say. There's the little Amazon cheapo crane scale, you know, in action. This is the next thing. So one of my viewers, and I'm sorry I don't quite remember who, mentioned in the comments on the last video, hey, you should get one of these bear crawl mobile bases. And so I said, oh, okay. So I looked it up, and the price was right. You know, I was going to build one, right? But then I looked at the price, and I said, geez, I can't buy the steel for that, hardly. And it comes with wheels, and you just put it together. Now, this is adjustable for different sizes, and it's got some brakes. And very happy with this. And here's the big thing. I ordered it, and they shipped it ground from Washington State, and it got here in like 3 days. And Northern Tool, pay attention to this because you guys can't ship for jack. This is grizzly.com, and this is the mobile base here. I'm very happy with this. It went together perfectly, no issues, and I'm done with that. I don't have to think about it anymore. And I got a nice mobile base that I can roll around with one hand. So very happy with that. Thank you, whoever it was that recommended that base. It's a winner. So this is my problem here. So, oops, hit this with my head here. Let's. So I got, I don't know, 3. Is that 3? Yeah, a little over. Oops. A little over 3 at the face of this. This is where the saw blade mounts against. You know, based on the diameter of the blade, you know, it's a 10-inch blade, right? That seems a little excessive to me. You know, this is going to cause wobble in the blade, which produces a wider curve and, you know, does some stuff that's probably not cool. So to correct that, I suppose I could scrape it in place or something like that, but that seems like a pain in the neck. I'm already kind of started. I'm going to remove this arbor from this yoke here, and we'll get it up in the lathe and see if we can correct that little bearing face right there. So let's get to it. Oh boy. Okay, that one's pretty tight. That one comes out. So to get at this thing, I got to remove this, whatever, dust catcher or whatever it is. Right? Oh, okay, that did it. Give it a little English there. Okay. All right. So spacer. I'll get that later. So we want to get this sector off of here. So it's got to come off of the worm. All right, looks like we just cracked this bolt right here. All right, that's fully loose. Of course, it's not going to slide off, right? All right, let me get my beater. Let's give it a little. All right, this whole thing's moving here. I'm going to take that all the way out. You know, if you ever have to design a clamping arrangement like this, a really nice touch is to put some jacking screws here so that you can separate that a little bit, you know, if you have to work on it, you know, for maintenance stuff. So, yeah, that seems pretty snug. All right, I may have to get a puller on that, and let me see what I got. Let me go to plan B. I got a couple of wedges here. Alright, that one's too shallow. It's going to come up against that. That ain't going to work. Let's try this one here. Alright, what I want to do is just open that just ever so slightly. Very gently. And see if that will do the deed there. Now we'll give it a little. Okay. A little more English. Boy, that's a snug fit. Alright, so. Oh, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Oh, not good. Alright, I didn't see that. I got the weight of the motor hanging on this thing. That's what's going on. Okay, Mr. Wizard didn't see that. That was not cool. Alright. Okay, I don't know if you picked up on that. The weight of the motor was hanging on that. That's why it was so tight. I didn't want to move. Alright, so we got this off. Let's examine disassembly here. So I had to, I had to relieve a couple of pieces to fit in behind here to support this. I'm going to try giving it a little bit of gronk there to see if we can get that shaft out of there. Now, I will tell you that off camera, I did try to give it a little bit of English there, and it was not cooperating, which surprised me a little bit. Okay. Make sure I got everything under there. I don't want to create another repair job. Inadvertently, as you know how I am. Okay. Looks like it's under there pretty good. Let's give it a little bit of English and see what happens. Oh boy, I don't like this at all. Oh, it should not be that tight. It should slide right out of there. You know, I got this yoke assembly here, right? And I'm gun shy right now because of what happened with my come along, right? And you're stressing this casting here and just asking for trouble. Give it a little bit. You know, that thing should just pop right out of there. I don't really want to. I don't want to heat this whole thing up to. Heat this whole thing up to, you know, somebody might have used some Loctite on it when they assembled it, which would need some heat to help release it, and I don't really want to do that. Oh, but you know what? I got a different idea. Oh, you guys are gonna like this. I just thought of another way to do this. Let me go see if it's gonna fit. I think you're gonna like this. Time to do some sketchy stuff. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Time to do some sketchy stuff. Alright, let's make sure this is dialed in really good. That looks pretty good to me. Alright, get that out of the way. And you guys will see my not recommended for the faint of heart plan here. So let's get this out of the way. Let's get that up in position. Let's put that in there. I want to get it up as close as I can. That makes sense. Okay. Get a center in the rear end there. Okay. Snuggle it up. So here's the idea. Is it's on bearings, right? So if I just kind of hold this, my flange is turning here. So if I get the right shaped tool, I can get up in behind there. And I got to check and make sure I'm not up against the jaws. I think I'm okay. Looked okay. I can get up in there now. So I just have to support this so that the, you know, when the carriage is moving around back and forth, it doesn't interfere with that or impinge on that. So I got to strap that up, or I kind of want it on the back side, kind of out of my way, so I can get up in there and face that surface. But let's. Before we get all excited here, let's put an indicator on that and see if we're seeing the same runout as we saw when it was mounted on the saw. Alright, so it looks like it's pretty much centered on that. Alright. Let's see, can I see my... Okay. So that's the low spot, theoretically. Let's go wonder. And that is high spot. What do we got? 1, 2, and it's 3. Okay, so good news is, let's see, make sure I'm going the right way here. Yep. Okay. Good news is it reads the same as it did on the when it was on the saw. So let me get a tool together here, and then we'll give this thing a test spin. So it took me a minute to find a tool, hone the tool, and make sure everything was kosher. So I think we're ready. Time to do some sketchy stuff. Doo-da, doo-da. Alright, well, let's contact there. I want an X position that I know clears. Alright, that's pretty much max. Let's reset that. So I know I can go into that point, sit, you know, while it's turning and not hit anything, right? Alright, so I think I want to, last thing I want to do is I don't want to cut any more than I have to. I need a 90-degree Sharpie here. I can't get in there. Alright, well, too bad. Just gonna have to do it. Alright, contact. We ready, boys? Feed out, not in. Alright, I'm just gonna give it a quick pulse here. Alright, well. Touching. Go into my number, my ultimate number. Okay, and then I'm going to come in. Alright. And I'm just going to oh yeah, it started setting immediately. Let's see what we got there. Alright, I see a little tiny spot that didn't quite clean up. The rest of it looks pretty good. Alright, well. I'm going to take a few more thousandths, I think. It's got a couple little scores in it that, you know, I don't like. Alright, let's do it again here. I'm going to feed the other direction this time. I'm watching my ultimate X number. I don't want to bozo. 10 thou left. That's it. Alright, let's zero that just for... Alright, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Alright. Put it neutral. Let me put an indicator on that and let's see what we got. Alright, let's get this up in there. Oh yeah, it's pretty tasty. So we were 3 before, 3 run out, and now we're 0 basically. Okay, and you can see my oops, moving the damn camera there, sorry. I'm doing myself a little favor. I measured this hole, and it's actually really close to the tap drill hole for 7/16 20, and I have a bolt, 1. I don't have a lot of 7/16 stuff. And now I basically created that jacking screw arrangement that I mentioned earlier. Here comes the rain. Now the pitch bolt is here. So what I would do is run the pinch bolt up from the other side to give it something to push against. Well, I think you get the idea. But this I can run down in there and push against the opposite side. So let's put this back together and see what we got. Hey, I could put these brakes on. That might be a good idea. Ready? Now we're gonna put a little whisper of that on there. This is the Blue Molly anti-seize, and I'm just gonna massage a little on here. You don't need much. Okay. You don't need much to contaminate your whole shop. Alright, let's see. Put this in there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put some grease on that. So this is just Lubriplate, which is just kind of general purpose white lithium grease. Now I don't want like bucket loads in there because it just attracts woodchuck chippings. All right. Do this. I got my little jack bolt. Binga, binga, binga. Alright, so now let's see here. I want that to I want the key I want to make sure that's in the center of the worm. more anti-seize. Now that just goes right in there. Okay. Take off my suspension cord here. Alright, that feels pretty good to me. Alright, so we're against there. I don't know, 1/4 of a thou, maybe a 1/2 a thou, which is a lot better than it was. Not perfect, but you know, everything's flexible here, right? Yeah, it's got a little jimmy jam there. Let's see. Let's run it out to a different spot. Yeah, about the same. Okay, well, I'm going to call that a success. And how that translates into cutting performance, I don't know. We'll see. This back over there. I want to find an easy one. Get one on there, in there. Okay. Okay, so the next task is going to be aligning that itty bitty little surface parallel with these miter gauge slots. So I got some ideas, so let's play with that a little bit. So this is the rough alignment, and then I want to snug one corner here, I think. That's what I think. And then what I want to do, I'll take that out. That's my adjustable parallel. That's a 246 block. Then I got a pretty good fitting. There's no twist. It will rock, but there's no twist. So let's try this. I'll show you what I'm planning here. Let's see how we're doing. So I got Mr. Indicator here. And then I'm on a plate here that's attached to the Arbor. And let's see if I can get all the way down. Okay. Let's zero that. And then I'll swing that over like that. And oh, pretty far different. Oh, that's interesting that it's that much. Okay, well, gee, I don't know if I have that much wiggle in the bolts, huh? That's still touching. Well, it was consistent at least. All right, let's zero it over on this side. All right, let's give it a little more. Yeah, this is what I mean about woodworking and machinists, right? I mean, you know, to me this is machine alignment, right? You want it pretty good. All right, what do you think? See, we're on 0. Oh, okay, it's just touching. So this corner, that one needs to go back. All right, so I'm locked on this corner right here. So I'm going to give it a little love tap over there with a soft hammer and see what I get. Let me go pick a hammer out of my rack. All right, let's see if we can do any good here. There's going the right way. Alright, so it's barely kissing it there. Okay, we're sneaking up on it. It's going the right way. I had to re-zero it. Alright, 15. Ooh boy, we're pretty close now. Alright, I re-zeroed it. I'm on, do this here. Okay, I set it on 0 on the opposite side. Okay, we're within 3. Oh, that's pretty close. So I think, okay, so my instinct tells me to start snugging the fasteners now, and then do the final adjustment with them a little bit tight, or a little tighter. My wrench. Start kissing these up a little bit, because the fasteners may influence it a little bit when they snug up. So that's a little bit of English on it. Let's see what we got now. All right, so +1. And -1. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, that's 0. Oh no, that might be at the limit. What I really want to alright, I'm gonna you know what, I'm gonna try one more time. I know I need to go a little more like that. See, this is the, so I'm within 1 now over that distance, which is probably more than adequate, but you know how it goes. The indicator's not 0. Come on, I gotta fix it. Alright, well, I've been fussing around with this for a little while, And the closest, about 3/4 of a thou. That's as close as I'm zeroed on this side. Yes, I'm zeroed on this side. I can't get it all into one shot, but you'll have to trust me. Just trust me. Alright, about 3/4 of a thou. I don't know. Pretty good, right? I mean, so if I was tramming the mill over that distance, well, it would be close to that. Sorry, but I gotta say it's a miter slot, you know, and there's play and a bunch of stuff here, so I'm gonna call that good and lock this thing down. All right, that about wraps it up, except for this final touch. I'm gonna put my my buddy Gary's sticker on the table saw that I got from him. Thanks very much, Gary. I think we're gonna put it right here. What do you guys think? Something like that? Looks pretty good, right? Yep, perfect. Well, that's about all I got for today, guys. I think I'll have to do some cutting to see how it behaves with our new alignment. And thanks for watching. And I'm a fellow woodchuck now, I guess. So anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.